Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for joining us. I know my camera's in a weird spot for the normal web pages here. Apologies about that. But we will have links very shortly to Uchti versus SadCryBear. So we saw, of course, Uchti. Excuse me. We saw, of course, SadCryBear piloting Liverbrand, the Nameless Emptiness Officer, with lots of speed in Star Alliance and Logos, and some fun stuff in Dis. They will be facing off against Uchti of the French Keyforge Association, AFK, piloting Crimson, the Mathematician of Brahmadaral, which is a lot of fun. Another Call of the Archons deck with Dis, Logos, and Mars. Okay, Dis, Logos, and Mars. Very fun. Not quite the exact same house setup, but a Dis with a Hysteria again. Mars. Let's see. We've got Battlefleet, Compod, Double Crystal Hive, John Smith again. So another fun matchup. Double Ember Imp that SadCryBear is definitely going to have to watch out for. A lot of speed in this one with the Battlefleet, Library Access, Double Phase Shift, Scrambler Storm. So SadCryBear is going to have to deal with a bit of his own medicine in this match. Awesome. So we should have the links up in challenge. So I will find that. Beautiful. So we are about to get into the match here. Aha, SadCryBear posting for me. Brilliant. Thank you so much. So once I'm in, I will bring the window up. And get this in here. Awesome. Some lively chat. Some lively chat to start off here. And my window positioning has changed a little bit, so I may have to adjust. Okay, I think we'll just make sure my. Actually, I think we can. We'll wait for a small moment. Maybe move the camera in a little bit here. But let's see. We've got SadCryBear versus Uchti of the French Keyforge Association, AFK, and SadCryBear, who I believe is of the Moorwolf pack. I'm fairly certain. Anybody in chat who knows otherwise can correct me or affirm. We have, let's see, SadCryBear on turn 1, play 1 here. Uchti drawing 6 cards as second player. No mulligans yet from either player. Both considering. We will wait for the players to ready up and get going here. And let's see, where am I in relation to some of these things? I think if I go lower on the right side. Okay, here we go. Timer is counting down under 35 minutes. Star Alliance, SadCryBear opening with Information Officer Gray. Great way to cheat that one card on the first turn rule. Gleeful Mayhem getting archived. Right over to Uchti. Discontrol the weak straight into Logos. Life Ward coming down. Ember Imp. Logos, probably the house. Uchti is thinking that there are the fewest answers to Ember Imp in. SadCryBear going into Logos, of course, as commanded. Quant coming down. Let's see what else happens. Still might be able to build a board. Might not be the worst situation. And, it is actually the worst situation for SadCryBear. Only playing a Quant and nothing else. Not even hitting that Ember Imp 2-card restriction. Uchti with the Zizix the Many and Invasion Portal. Combat Pheromones coming down. Life Ward. Going ahead and popping that Life Ward early so that SadCryBear can't drop any more creatures, which is honestly great aggressive timing from Uchti, not saving it for later because SadCryBear was stuck into Logos, only played one creature, probably has a lot of other creatures that SadCryBear wants to play from their hand, but will be unable to this turn. SadCryBear going into turn 3, very limited options here as they can't play creatures, deciding what house to go into, what action cards, upgrades, or artifacts will get out on the board, what creature will get discarded. Awfully difficult decision here for SadCryBear. Mouse over to get... okay, so if I just go right below that, we should be fine. If I move myself over here, going to give ourselves a little bit more room. All right, SadCryBear going into Star Alliance. Officer Gray takes out the Ember Imp with a fight. Takes out the Ember Imp with a fight, discarding Science Officer Kincan, discarding Red Alert. So that would have no effect. Oh, hey there, Coffee Saga. Of course, happy to. Happy to. That's always an adventure. Refiguring out streaming a little bit when I'm piloting it myself. Back over to Uchti. Let's see. SadCryBear on 0 Amber. Uchti only at 3, so it's really just been a battle for control of the board at this point. Uchti, with some good setup, has been able to keep SadCryBear on the back foot. However, SadCryBear has found some answers so far and hasn't kept Uchti from pushing as far ahead as I think Uchti would have wanted to. Not a whole lot of... plenty of speed in this particular Call of the Archons deck, more than usual. The second Ember Imp coming out, Combat Pheromones, to use Zizix the Many, to repossess the Many, revealing Dexter, archiving that, +3 power counters, 3+1 power counters onto the Dexter. So establishing the board, getting an Amber there, popping the Combat Pheromones. Back over to SadCryBear. SadCryBear a touch behind, but has plenty of tricks that will catch them up without too much problem here. Gleeful Mayhem coming out. From the archives. Yeah, picked up archives, playing Gleeful Mayhem, taking out that Ember Imp so they can play more than 2 cards. Ember Imp coming out again. That clears the board completely. Excuse me, that clears the board completely, which is what they wanted. Infernus coming down. Let's look at the menu over in the opponent's discard here. There are a couple things. I think SadCryBear will go for the opponent's discard in this situation, hitting at least the control of the weak, then maybe, and then the Life Ward. Yep, great call there, as that is an Amber and something you don't want Uchti to see again. Binding Irons giving Uchti 3 chains, Bloodshard Imp, Buzzle coming down. Buzzle's going to purge that Bloodshard Imp and then Reap. SadCryBear up to 3 Amber, Uchti down to 2, and that is turn. So, SadCryBear fighting through a lot of Uchti's control tricks here in the beginning, but SadCryBear able to bring it back to even after a few turns here, and let's see what Uchti does now that they are back to even after trading some blows. Drumble coming out, not going to capture any Amber. Schuler not going to steal any, so just 2 creatures. That's it. That's it for Uchti. Back over to SadCryBear. So they consider what house to pick. Going into Logos. Lots of speed. Code Monkey. Oh, that is a beautiful Code Monkey play onto Buzzle and Infernus. That is great. 2 Amber up to 5 for SadCryBear on that Code Monkey. Cutthroat Research, just getting an Amber. Quant coming down. For SadCryBear. Cutthroat Research. All right. Uchti can go as high as they want to if they have the opportunity in the future here. SadCryBear check at 7 for the first key. Both players really smacking each other around a lot to get to this first key here. SadCryBear with several Logos cards. That Code Monkey speed is going to do it. There is a Infernus in that archives, which is going to be great for SadCryBear, especially if more of those Control the Weak get played. Uchti is going to have to really save those for the right time. There was 1 Control the Weak. It is purged. 1 Control the Weak. It is purged. Uchti going to Mars. Invasion Portal hits Graf, Scramble the Storm, Face Shift, Battlefleet, Fear, Schuler, Swap Widget, and John Smith. John Smith goes into hand. Crystal Hive and Megamouth come down. Sad to miss the Scrambler Storm and the Face Shift and the Battlefleet. But Uchti knows what he's doing. Here. That Crystal Hive, John Smith, Megamouth combo is very dangerous to SadCryBear. SadCryBear is going to have to race faster or deal with that on the board, or else Uchti is about to get. Oh, what is that? My goodness. That could easily be 10 amber, I believe. Doing some quick and dirty math here. SadCryBear forging that red key. Both cutthroat researchers are in the discard pile, which is not what you want to see when your opponent drops Crystal Hive, John Smith, and Ulick Megamouth. I've got to say. SadCryBear having the exact same thought. Your Crystal Hives are too scary in that deck. That is the truth. That is the truth. As Seattle faces down France here. As Seattle faces down France, and the glorious U are top cut from a 100-person qualifier, which was down to 92 showed, but 100 people registered, 92 showed. Lots of great games. It was very intense. Check out the latest episode of Sanctumonious where Lady Aurora was on and discussed how competitive the field was. A lot of big names made it to day 2. Of course, a lot of big names did not, because it was stacked. It was some stacked competition, ladies and gentlemen, in Archons all. It was some stacked competition. SadCryBear taking a moment to think about the course of action with the threat of an instant 10 amber looming. Discard piles not having an awful lot of pips. Not having a lot of pips for that Infernus. Could hit 2 on Infernus, a very normal Infernus hit, but wouldn't be used on Control of the Week. It was used on the Control of the Week. I keep thinking 3 Control of the Weeks. There is a Battle Fleet in their interdimensional graph that could hit. But SadCryBear really needs to be careful with this situation, because if it lives, they will have to deal with it at some point. SadCryBear's deck is fast. I don't think it's as fast as the creatures with the Crystal Hive that Uchti has out on the board right now. That is, it is a fast deck, but Crystal Hive, John Smith, Megamouth. Not much is faster than that, except for Magic Christmas Land, Untamed setups from Call of the Archons. SadCryBear going into Logos. That is the choice of the match right now. Seeing what SadCryBear can do. Twin Bolt Emission. Oh, that is a lovely sight to see. Twin Bolt Emission going to hit John Smith and Drumble, taking them out. That eliminated 6 possible Crystal Hive Amber from Uchti's next turn with a single card. So a great call there. Quant allowing a non-Logos card. Quant allowing non-Cocos card. Code Monkey fighting. Stealth mode coming down. Very nice. Okay, Code Monkey taking out. Let's see here. Quant reaped. Yes. Okay. So stealth mode. So a great play there. Well considered to really try to shut Uchti down. No action cards if Uchti has any of those to really help them get back off of the back foot here. SadCryBear is up to 4 amber on towards their second key. 1 key locked in. Uchti just on 2 amber. Hasn't recovered much since SadCryBear landed a solid riposte from Uchti's initial swing. Uchti had an initial Call of the Archons control swing. SadCryBear dealt with that and leapt forward. Uchti has not been able to follow suit with their fast Call of the Archons deck quite yet. Doc Bookton coming out. Dexter coming out, capturing. Vespelon Theorist coming out. Strong card, checking for Omni. No, that is Invasion Portal has an action. Vespelon Theorist, of course. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm thinking of Valen Annis. Vespelon Theorist being the choose a house, reveal the top card of your house if they match, or reveal the top card of your deck. If they match, you get an extra amber and archive it. And then Experimental Therapy onto Schuler. Back over to SadCryBear. So just some setup from Uchti here. Unable to play action cards, so really restricted. Just had to play a couple creatures and an upgrade. Back to SadCryBear. They need to capitalize on having slowed Uchti down here and really lock in that second key and just make sure they can race to that third key faster than Uchti races forward as Uchti uses any control or funny verse they have left over. SadCryBear going into Star Alliance. Picking Star Alliance for their house. Picking Star Alliance for their house here, considering the sequencing. Sequencing, Huge in Keyforge. Information Officer Gray. We're going to have a reveal and an archive of Snag. Seems to be a favorite of SadCryBear, piloting Liverbrand here. Medic Ingram coming down. Who's Medic Ingram going to ward? Either herself or Quant, perhaps? Let's see what the choice is. Information Officer Gray, also not a bad call. Information Officer Gray may be more of a target for Transporter Platform, although we do not have the Transporter Platform out yet. Medic Ingram warding the Quant, keeping that Logos speed alive. Plasma Nozzle coming down onto Information Officer Gray. Bonus icon for that. 4 Amber, passing the turn. Got a ward out, played a few cards. Back over to Uchti. Uchti still not having locked in that first key. Has a strong Logos board here. Relatively speaking. Although maybe about even with the efficacy of that smaller, well, not really that much smaller Star Alliance board. So let's see what Uchti does. Uchti really, if they're going to be, Uchti needs either burst with that battle fleet that we haven't. Oh no, the battle fleet got discarded. We need some burst or a bigger board that is just going to help Uchti survive. Second Crystal Hive coming out. So that is danger. Danger, SadCryBear. The second Crystal Hive has dropped. That could be an issue. Uchti hopes it is an issue. Because we have seen one John Smith out of 2. We have not seen the Zookeeper. So the other John Smith going to be a big play later. A big play later. Let's see if my window will resize it. Yes, here we go. Get a little bit more space for us. Look at that. Awesome. SadCryBear considering their turn. Both players really having to pick and choose exactly how to play their turns here. Very different decks. Call of the Archon's speed and funky burst and a little bit of control versus Worlds Collide speed with a sprinkling of control to just close it out here. Uchti, of course, having opened with some pretty strong control. SadCryBear overcoming that and jumping up to 1 key for Amber. But comebacks have happened in much more desperate situations, ladies and gentlemen. Uchti is still very much in this, especially because that double Crystal Hive is making SadCryBear sweat. SadCryBear is sweating with staring down those double Crystal Hives. Logos is the choice for SadCryBear's main phase here, moving on to their main step. Quant Reaping, non-Logos card on the table. Bornet's Touch. Excellent. We are seeing with that the bottom 4 cards of the deck. We are seeing Squawker Compod, Arise, and Phase Shift. Ooh, okay. Arise getting purged, a great late game purge. That also means that the other John Smith and the Zookeeper are in hand. The other John Smith and the Zookeeper are in hand. Oh, there is one. Excuse me. This is what happens when people run relatively similar decks twice in a row. There is no Zookeeper. There is no Zookeeper in this deck, ladies and gentlemen. And just one John Smith, who is gone. Why have they done this to me? Looking for anybody to blame but myself. Universal Recycle Bin coming out. So, honestly, Uchti's not in as good a position as we thought. As good a position as we thought, as all of their house cheating and their John Smith has moved on from the board. They're going to have to redraw into that. SadCryBear going up to 9 Amber. Going up to 9 Amber here for check. Back over to Uchti. Uchti very much on the back foot at this point. Options running a bit dry. Going into Logos. Going into Logos, that Arise, having been purged, would have taken an extra turn or two, and SadCryBear would be able to get to check for the final key anyways. So looking bad for Uchti at this point. Library access coming down for Uchti. Mortivus, I am not hip enough to know what those together mean, but you are very nice, so you're probably being nice to me. Let's see. Library access into Mother. Hopefully, this is a big turn as the deck flips here. Dexter coming down. Dexter coming down. Phase shift. Excellent. So that draw pile is going to flip. It's an head and an arm waving in Mortivus' estimation. Excellent. Well, hello. Welcome. Welcome. We are in the middle of a wonderful library access turn. That is Uchti's big hope for coming back in this matchup. Still have not used up that phase shift quite yet. I believe the other one is purged. No, it is not. Okay, there's 2 phase shift in this deck, I think. Yeah, okay, so there's another phase shift. Hopefully they could redraw into. Uchti considering what to play. Just needing to dig for an out here. SadCryBear about to claim that second key as Uchti has not yet gotten one. Just under 18 minutes to go. Using Schuler to fight Code Monkey. Giving Schuler that experimental therapy. Deciding to take Code Monkey out. Dexter is reaping. Have not used the phase shift, the phase shift cheat. The phase shift house cheat yet. Vespalon Theris is reaping, revealing fear, archiving, and gaining an amber. Very nice. Very nice. Uchti playing Hysteria. Okay. This is happening. I have no doubts. I am just very excited. I'm just very excited. Oh, because it's Hysteria into... That's the play. Oh my gosh. That's the play. Where I don't even have my popcorn yet. I hadn't even gotten my popcorn yet, and I should have had it by now. SadCryBear saying they miss their friend Stealth Mode. Yes, you do right now, SadCryBear, because this is a world of hurt. This is a world of hurt. Uchti taking this fight to the stratosphere. Uchti taking this fight to the stratosphere with another phase shift coming out. Dexter, my dramatic reading of the log, falling behind here. We've got Scrambler Storm coming out. Uchti with the polite call out there. Another Dexter. My goodness. Okay. Capturing a few. Dexter, Library Access, phase shift, Battle Fleet. Okay, this is what Uchti was playing towards. This was the play. This is the play Uchti was playing towards. Yes, Mortivus with the wondering if Hysteria gets picked back up. If that does, that could really... Scrambler Storm again. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one Scrambler Storm in this deck. He's just played it twice. Phase shift coming back out. Oh no. Like Mortivus has noted here, if Hysteria gets picked back up, they could do that again. That is 6 Logos creatures. And it must get picked back up because they have just replayed all of these cards. They have just flipped the deck again. Hysteria will come back out once all of these cards get cycled again. So the situation Uchti is in right now is they have a 1-card discard. When they play, they go to draw a card. That card gets picked back up. So they can just keep cycling until they hit the rule of 6 on the phase shifts, on the Scrambler Storms. Drumble capturing, keeping SadCryBear off that second key. Who even needs lands? Yes, Mortivus, that's correct. Who needs it? Interdimensional Graft. Yeah, okay, so they used the Battle Fleet to clear the rest of the cards out of the deck, so it's just 1 card into the discard, play a card, that card flips over, you draw it on your next play. Oh my gosh. SadCryBear, with both Cutthroat Researches in the discard pile, Ember Imp coming down, Hyper just joining. What we saw was a turn where a bunch of Logos creatures had been played out. Phase Shift got played. So 6 total Logos creatures. Phase Shift got played. Library Access went into effect. Hysteria got played. Then Battlefleet got played off of a Phase Shift. I believe an out Uchti's playing towards here is 1 going ahead and hitting the rule of 6 on the Scrambler Storms. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for the banner call out there. Uchti gonna hit rule of 6 on a number of these cards, and then will likely go to Hysteria. Okay, not Hysteriaing again. Okay, because the interdimensional graft was out there, which would have hit for 4, but Uchti doesn't really need it at this point. My goodness. Okay, that is enough amber to on a 6-cost key. Close out the game. SadCryBear saying yep. Yep. We'll see how defeated of a yep that is. My goodness. What is SadCryBear's out from this point? Those were fireworks from Uchti, ladies and gentlemen, doing the French Keyforge Association proud. Super SadCryBear. Doing the French Keyforge Association proud here. Going to discarding Festering Touch, because they are very stealth-moded right now. Infernus coming out. That's funny. That's just insult to injury that you can't Infernus from their pile, right? My goodness. Purging Plasma Nozzle and Festering Touch from his own, taking Uchti down to 17. So now they can't just forge those 3 keys, although they have literally an entire board of logos to reap. Harbinger of Doom. That would be a saving grace here. Harbinger of Doom. Okay, and that's turn. Back over to Uchti. That is turn. Oh, with the only unable to deal with the Ember Imps. Considering which 2 plays happen. Playing an Infernus, playing a Harbinger of Doom. That was it for SadCryBear. Uchti, Scrambler Storm, of course. Interdimensional Graft. Phase Shift. 2 phase shifts, so we're going to get 2 non-logos cards this turn from Uchti. Reaping, drawing a card. Interdimensional Graft again. Not doing much work with that Drumble and Triple Dexter being out there. Battle Fleet, drawing 7 cards. Woof. What they would give for remote access to use this universal recycle bin, right? Pick that library access back up. Fear, returning Harbinger of Doom to the hand, exhausting the Dexter to get that stun off. Mother fighting Infernus, clearing that board across. There may be a play where I don't know if there's a play for Uchti to strategically get just 1 card that they know into their deck so that the Vespalon Theorist can archive it and get an amber there. Okay, just reaping with the Vespalon Theorist. Not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that reap ability. SadCryBear saying, fortunately, I have lots of options. Excellent. Yes, SadCryBear certainly has proven proven this deck's worth. So let's see where SadCryBear goes from here. Will they be Super SadCryBear? Or will they come back? Uchti now on 1 key, 19 amber. SadCryBear on 1 key, 0 amber. Relatively large difference there. Relatively large difference. What house will SadCryBear pick? SadCryBear really hoping to hit the library access with the Bornit's Touch, or get hit with the invasion portal. Did not happen. Ladies and gentlemen. Now we're here. Let that be a lesson. I don't know what sort of a lesson that is. Oh, and that's a concession. That's a concession from SadCryBear. SadCryBear, not a whole lot of amber control in their very fast deck. Uchti just had a particular combo that they played towards and hit. Bornit's Touch whiffed. Yep. Long game going almost to half an hour here, but with a concession. A fair concession with that amount of amber. And SadCryBear, short on options to deal with that amount of amber, would likely just be a turn or 2 of SadCryBear getting stuff set up, and then just a few forges from Uchti. So Great work from both players there. Great work from both players there. Uchti will advance. Uchti will advance. Going to take a peek here. Uchti will be playing Grant Titus of Team Knowledge is Power. So that is very exciting as Group B advances. And then the Call of Discovery stream with myself here will be moving on to a different portion here. We are going to face... Oh, we might have